So there are these box sets that are a mix of really good movies and really bad movies, and I'm slowly working my way through them. So today I'm watching the 1959 film The Wasp Woman. I don't know the cast, I don't know the plot. I love terrible movies, so even if this is a terrible movie, that's fine with me. With a title like Wasp Woman, I don't have high expectations, but we will find out. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for movies you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Those look like bees, not wasps. Yeah, it looks like a honeycomb or something. Okay, I don't recognize Susan Cabot. Yeah, I don't recognize the names. Okay, from a story by... So it's based on some sort, either a book or a short story, maybe. I know there's a Marvel movie about Ant-Man, and I believe there's also another character that's somehow, maybe not a wasp, but like another insect, so I'm curious if there's any relation to this, or if it's just... Oh man, Roger Corman! Yes! I love Roger Corman. I'm very excited. Yeah, those definitely look like bees. Like, why would you keep wasps? Like, I get if you wanted to rehome their nest, but why would you... keep them? Like, they don't produce anything.
They can tell. Yeah, but they know when you ain't, too.
Wasps aren't friends with anybody.
100 of beeswax last month, Renfro. Congratulations. You've made the top of the list again.
Congratulations, bud. You're Employee of the Month.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me someday to see him flapping his arms, taking off after some queen bee with the rest of the drones.
Is that gonna happen? Is that foreshadowing?
Dr. Zinthrop, sir. I told you.
Zinthrup's up to no good. You could not pay me enough to walk through a hive of wasps.
From the Queen Wasp.
According to my figures, you're better at extracting funds from the company.
Hello, he's got you there.
$1,000 last month for miscellaneous.
Yes, I know. But Mr. Bart,
He's like, let's not talk about that. That was for personal items.
soon I shall be able to reverse it entirely.
Like Benjamin Button.
What are you getting at, Zinthrop?
He's gonna reverse the aging process in wasps?
Queen Wasp.
Just like I told you, Mr.
He's been injecting this dog with wasp something.
I'm sure you'll fit in somewhere.
This is gonna be his tipping point.
Somewhere.
Yes, yes. An evil laboratory, perhaps?
I know. It's your babies, huh? They're hungry and they must be fed.
He's lost his marbles. He's talking to the wasps.
Out of work.
He's like, stop wasting your time with bees. Wasps are where it's at. I've been telling you.
Have arguments to support that contention.
We've all been looking at it for the past 20 minutes.
Oh, God. They're blaming her for losing profits?
It was a very convincing argument, Lane.
There's a Mr. Zinthrop.
What are they trying to say?
Well, this has been a very informative get-together. That'll be all for now.
They're saying they need someone else to advertise her stuff for her because nobody wants to see her face anymore?
Yes, Miss Dawn.
I'd like to see you in my office, please.
Sure, Miss Dawn.
Pack your things, Arthur.
You can go in now, Sarah.
Oh.
About time.
He's like, but I won't be taking my hat, that's for sure.
Oh, yes. Plenty time I give you. 10, maybe 15 years I give you.
Quite the salesman. Seems very sure of himself.
Come, little turkey.
Oh, God, these poor little guinea pigs. Oh, God.
In a few minutes, madame, you shall see a miracle you shall not believe.
This is starting to feel like the Amazing Transparent Man. He turned the guinea pig into a rat? That's his trick?
I don't believe it.
He changes it into a different species? What?
I see you do not believe one animal, so I bring two.
It's like, you know, it's always good to have a backup, just in case, you know. Come on, it's not even like a young guinea pig, if that's what he was going for. It's just a rat.
Oh, contracts, I do not need you. Give me your word. Good enough for me.
Why get it in writing? You know, why get this, you know, like a legally binding document? We just go by, you know, the honor code around here.
Frankly, when I received your letter, I thought you were just another eccentric.
And the fact that he turns guinea pigs into rats doesn't convince you otherwise?
You will on me.
No. There might be danger.
Those are my terms, Mr. Simpson.
She wants to be the first human test subject.
Maybe even make it bigger than ever before.
Yes. Oh, yes.
She's reminding me of, like, Joan Crawford, who's just, like, obsessed with aging and not, you know, looking older and staying young.
Wide recognition to Janice Starlin Enterprises.
Will you be famous or infamous, though? I don't know. This seems like it's only gonna go terribly wrong, and this music is way too joyful. It's a montage of just people looking at random things. Oh, the rat gets another cameo. Excellent. Oh, Arthur. Okay, yeah, back to Arthur. Oh, replaying that in case you missed what happened. Back to the boardroom. Do they have to meet, like, a certain time requirement for this movie?
Zinthrop himself. The only thing that's missing is a genie with a lamp.
That may happen yet. We don't know.
What do you want me to do? Read her mail and send you messages and secret code?
You could do worse.
Oh, Arthur. Always with his pipe.
Seen it twice already.
Good morning.
Was that another Roger Corman movie? Dr. Cyclops or something?
What that means? You're a kitten again. Your whole life to live over.
It's like, I already have 9 lives. I'm a cat.
Today will be your first injection.
Da-da-da-da.
Sit down, please.
Such intense music again. Oh, your turn. Is it gonna turn like a teenager? That doesn't seem to be like a gauge on how far back it sets you other than being like from an adult to a child. Like a cat to a kitten, and again, somehow that guinea pig turned into a rat. What is she gonna turn into? If it makes her like 8 years old, are they gonna let her run the company? Like, what's going on?
It is no concern of yours, Gleason. Make out a check for the full amount.
He does love his miscellaneous items when he submits his expenses. Is she hoping if she looks younger again, they'll let her, like, continue to be on the face of these products, or she just wants to look younger?
3 weeks ago.
I know.
You don't think, like, the world will get suspicious when she suddenly starts looking, you know, decades and decades younger in a matter of weeks? She's like, I'm tired of waiting, I'm gonna start injecting myself. It's kind of reminding me of The Fly a little bit, just with somebody, you know, conducting their own experiments. Insects are involved. I wasn't expecting a female lead in this either, considering the time this movie came out. Because, yeah, with the animals, it was, like, instant. And she's the first human subject. She's like, oh, 3 weeks takes off 5 years of your life. We all don't know how old she is, also. And now the cat's starting to look, oh, that's not good. That's gonna happen to her eventually. This is her younger look. They just changed her hair.
Marvelous.
I said that will be all for now, gentlemen. Good morning.
She's like, stop. Stop fawning over me. I know I'm young and beautiful again, but stop.
Tell me. How old? How old do I look? Tell me! How old?
She's like, I need to know. It's so important that you say the right number. Where's that cat? Oh, shoot. Yeah, it's not looking so good. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Just murdered that cat. Yeah, it looked like it had something on its back. What? Moral of the story is, if the creepy scientist comes up to you saying he's got a new project that can reverse aging, don't believe him. It's definitely not good. It's definitely not the worst Roger Corman movie I've seen, that's for sure. But it's, it just seems like There's no like special effects or anything. There's nothing, even bad special effects I would love. He's turning animals into different species. The acting's not great. I know there used to be quite a few like very dangerous beauty trends. Like now we consider them dangerous, but at the time they're like, let's give this a try. So it's interesting that there's a movie about it. Not like an actual method that they tried, but a movie about, maybe the dangers of trying to stay young. This man always with his pipe. And I think he's been wearing the same thing through the entire movie as well. Oh, Byzanthrop. Oh, just a scratch on his face.
Wasn't a conventional employee. He didn't go through regular personnel.
No, he was off the books for his crazy experiments.
You say he came here about a month ago. Well, how did he come here, Miss Starlin? He just didn't walk in off the street, did he?
Instead of him, like, telling her, hey, watch out, bad things are going to start happening to you, he just puts the cat in the incinerator and then dives in front of a bus.
What who meant?
He just leaves her to her doom, basically, and be like, figure it out on your own. See you later. One song through the entire movie. Yep. Boop, boop. And like the color's been off. I'm not sure if this was like during the filming process or the color grading process or whatever happened. Like some scenes like start off yellow and then go into white, or even like cars will look pink and then they'll look white. So I mean, it's Roger Corman. I definitely, like, once I saw his name, I knew this would be a low budget movie.
Is he badly hurt?
Head injury, general contusion to the body.
Oh, okay, so he survived. Okay, I thought he died.
Best. I'll take full responsibility for the expenses.
Yes, Miss Starlin.
She's like, I'll bankrupt myself. I need to know what happens to this man, because he's the only one who knows what happens with the stuff that I injected myself with.
He may never regain consciousness. And even if he does, who knows how badly his brain has been damaged.
That's true. It could be scrambled eggs in there.
Doesn't regain consciousness by then. Well, you can take over the laboratory, Arthur.
Does he not have family or anybody they should contact? They're making all these, like, executive medical decisions. She's like, I'll pull the plug if I have to. Meanwhile, back in the laboratory, she's still injecting herself. How young does she want to look? If people think she's 22 and doing quick math, she was like 40-ish at the start of the movie. How, like, does she want to look 12? Like, how much younger are we going for? Oh my god, yes, what is this? Oh my god. She's just wearing black and they gave her like a furry mask and heels. Oh, she's eating his face. Oh, she's become a wasp? Is that what it was supposed to be?
In the middle of a good program.
This guy's next for sure. Yeah, he's getting the chop. And now she's back to normal? What happened to Wasp Face? Oh my god. And they purposely, like, she was blurred. Like, she was so close to the camera it wasn't focusing on her. I don't know if that was on purpose because the mask looked shoddy or if it's just bad camera work. Could be a little bit of A, could be a little bit of B.
And I don't intend to be restricted by timidity on the part of my own staff. Is that clear?
She's gone power hungry without wasp jelly. I want more wasp attacks. Bring those back. Whatever that was.
Well, if I were you, I'd take a double dose. Then maybe Irving wouldn't watch television so much. Said it. I can't imagine what else he does.
Oh my.
Bet Starlin's having a fit. He should worry. Uh-oh. See you later.
Cooper's not coming in because the wasp ate his face.
Hi, pretty puss.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much.
It has a room adjoining yours, so there'll be someone near you at all times.
Thank you.
Recovered from that coma surprisingly quick.
I cannot remember.
That traumatic brain injury.
Can wait.
It really can't.
Is to get you back to health.
So she doesn't remember being a killer wasp? Don't go in there. Oh my. This is the security guard?
Coder's still in the basement. I don't want to hear anything more about it, Mary.
That's not suspicious at all. She's like, I don't really care if he disappeared. Not my problem.
Had to look around Cooper's lab, for one thing. After that, I don't know.
Real detective over here. All right.
You've got to help me. Something's happening. Something's happening to me. I can't control it.
Okay, so she knows about it, yeah.
If only Coop would show up. Mary, look.
His trademark pipe. He wouldn't leave that behind.
Help me, Central.
Please, my head, oh, my head.
She's like, I know you're recovering from a horrible accident, but you need to make my jelly. Get back to work. Ah, yes, there it is. Excellent. It's just her face. Oh, and her hands. Oh my god, yes. Oh, the nurse is doomed. Oh, Zinthrop. Oh, the tiniest amount of blood. Oh, she's a vampire now? She's biting her neck? What? I thought wasps, like, stung people. Why is she going for the neck? Oh, bye. Why are you still taking this stuff? You know it's turning you into a murdering wasp. Why are you still taking it? You don't think they're gonna be suspicious eventually when 3 people have been killed in the matter of like a week?
You must not hold me back.
Don't worry, Mr. Zinthrop. We won't let anything happen to Miss Darling.
It's too late for that. Oh, they didn't hang up the phone.
What's going on down there?
Stay in your office. I'll be right up.
And you'll never be seen from again. Dun, 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 dun. She's like, they're on to me.
Now, the police.
The elevator buttons are so crooked. Oh my god.
Miss Darling, please, open the door.
She's like, just let me be a wasp. It's who I am now.
Look, I don't have time to...
Mary!
Oh, rude. Oh, that color changed so much.
Now, Mary, you're just getting a little excited. Who could possibly want to hurt Mr. Cooper?
Oh, shoot, the headaches. That's the first sign of the transformation.
Mr. Cooper? What about...
Ah, yes. There it is. It's so furry. Oh my god. It's so bad. I love it. So bad. Whoa, the zoom in. Oh, Mary, get out of there. Gonna jump out the window? What are we doing? Oh my god. I love how they could afford a mask and 2 gloves. Oh, this darn elevator. Take the stairs! It's like, yeah, take me, the guy with the head injury. I'll fix everything. Oh, the classic dragging the feet shot. Yep, that's it. How embarrassing. Chair fight. Ha 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 ha. Oh, your potions. Acid? He's gonna throw acid? What? Oh my god. Oh my god. That's terrifying. Oh my god, he's gonna melt her face. Attack of the chair. Well, the old acid in the face doesn't work, you know, he just rushed her with a chair. Cheese and rice. I'm melting! Oh my god, it's so bad. I love it. Oh, now she's returned to her natural state. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, the end. So that was my first time watching the 1959 film The Wasp Woman. It was definitely bad. I didn't recognize any of the cast. The only name that I recognized was Roger Corman. And if you're familiar with his films, they're definitely more low-budget B-movies, which I love, so I was excited to see this. I didn't realize this was one of his films. It definitely wasn't the worst movie of his that I've seen. I feel like the first act and even second act were pretty slow. Like, they were setting a lot of things up, and then once we saw saw her like fully transform into this wasp. So I was like, yes, let's do this, like let's get into it. And once she transformed to the wasp, I was like, yes, I want to see more of this. It was definitely just her in like a mask and some gloves, but I also love bad movies, so I was very excited to see this low budget rendition of a wasp. And even the kills, a lot of them happened like off camera, and you would just see the feet being dragged away from the scene. We only saw like the tiniest amount of blood when she was attacking the nurse. There was like a little bit of blood on her neck, and then even the way she was killing people wasn't really indicative of how a wasp would kill somebody. As far as I know, wasps don't bite people, they sting them, but I don't know how realistic that would have been for filming practices to have a giant stinger on her and to have her going around trying to sting people. It was still very much clearly Janice in like black pants, a black shirt, black heels, and this like mask and gloves. I'm glad we at least got to see that, though. I was worried we would go the whole movie without, you know, any real like transformation or any real like effects or anything like that, so I'm glad we got to see a little bit. I was not expecting to have a female lead cast, and I didn't recognize the actress's name, so comment below what would I know her from. And they also said this was based on a book or a story, so I haven't read that, but I don't know if this relates to that entirely or if this is completely different. Relatively small cast, you know, 1 or 2 locations basically, that one restaurant everybody goes to, and then the office, but the timeline seemed to be longer. And even when Janice finds out that this is bad for her and it's turned her into a killer wasp, she keeps doing it, which I was like, okay, maybe she's not aware. But then anytime somebody would ask her about, you know, where's the night guard and, you know, where's Mr. Cooper, she would just brush off. She's like, oh no, don't ask me about that, like I don't have time to deal with this, you know, I'm too important. And, you know, like, okay, well his stuff's still here, so he should be here. She's like, nope, not my problem, I don't want to deal with it. And clearly knows that she's killing them. And they'd mentioned like a queen wasp is comparable to a black widow spider, basically, that they will kill anything in their path, you know, that interferes with their power, or, you know, even that kills their mates and stuff like that. So I feel like that's what they were trying to have Janice, you know, embody, is now she's become this queen wasp. I thought once Zinthrop found out that this, you know, what was happening with the cat, and then these injections were going to eventually lead to some horrible situations, that he decided to unalive himself. It looked like we didn't even get to see it. We just see his feet leaving the curb, and then we see like a quick flash, you know, of his face with a cut on it. So I had assumed that he had died, and that he had, you know, instead of dealing with the repercussions of his actions, he's like, you know what, I'm just going to say goodbye. Then he's alive, but he's in a coma, and then he's out of the coma, and he's like, you know, there's something I needed to tell you, but obviously I have this brain injury now and I just can't quite remember. And he's like talking about the cat, and they somehow put together that obviously, you know, something's not right with Janice. And even though the cat wasn't turning into a wasp, like it looked like it had some bumps on its head and on its back, and even when he's trying those experiments with the guinea pigs, they just completely turn into rats. They're not even like baby guinea pigs, it's just a whole new species. But again, with Roger Corman, I feel like the budget was low. I don't know what the budget was, but he's mostly known for doing low budget movies, so I'm not surprised there are those, you know, situations happening. And the fact that Janice was so willing to become the first human guinea pig, she's like, we need a new product to sell, this is going to make my company so successful. And, you know, she's obviously concerned about her own looks and how old she is now, and they're like, oh well, products aren't selling because we keep putting your face on it, but now you're too old and nobody wants to buy your products because it's the beauty industry and we all want to see, you know, young attractive women, and you're too old now. Obviously that playing into it, and she's like, I want to still be the face of my products. Then when they say she looks 22, I'm like, okay, well, how much younger do you want to look? She keeps taking these injections, and I'm like, at what point, you know, is she gonna become like 8 years old? Like, how far back does this go? We saw full-grown adult cats turning into kittens. Like, that's not a matter of months, that's years. So what's the line here? I didn't think there would be a reversal process for this. I assumed when she started injecting herself with random wasp jelly that, you know, this was her demise. And it definitely reminded me of The Fly, as obviously insects are also involved, and he starts performing experiments on herself. But then at the end, when they decide that her demise should be, you know, throwing acid in her face and pushing her out of a window, it's like, what? Why is that, you know, your approach? But I definitely wasn't expecting them to throw acid at her. And yeah, comment below if there are sequels or remakes or anything like that. I know this came out a while ago, but yeah, comment below and let me know. There were definitely some scenes where like the color would shift dramatically. Like even when we have this scene where Mary, you know, slaps Janice, and from Janice's perspective, it's like green, and then we go to Mary's perspective and it's bright red. So I'm assuming something happened in the editing process or the color process or whatever when they were getting the film film developed that something went awry, or even just, you know, the aging of the film as well. But it was definitely felt low budget. Some scenes it was more noticeable than others, but yeah, it was definitely interesting. I wasn't expecting this to be in color. I thought it would be in black and white because black and white film stock is cheaper to develop, and like I mentioned, Roger Corman typically only makes low budget movies. I also feel like a majority of those shots were of bees and not of wasps, as it was like a honeycomb and he's like pulling them out of the hive and stuff like that. Like we had the one like wasp nest at the beginning, but everything else I feel like was footage of bees, and even like the end credits and the opening credits I feel like were over like stock footage shots of bees. And the fact that he's like, oh, you know, we've got this method that we use with bees and it works, you know, well, but you know, let's branch out into wasps, which are known for producing nothing and just being a menace to society. Overall, I enjoyed it. It was definitely bad. I wish we would have seen more scenes when she was in her like wasp form. I wish that would have started earlier. The first and second act were like, okay, like let's get going, let's get, you know, into this. And then when she finally transforms, it's like, yes, let's see more of this. But again, she was only in that costume I think for 2 or 3 scenes. It wasn't anything crazy despite the body count, you know, rapidly increasing. I love Roger Corman, so it was great to finally see this movie, and it was a relatively short movie as well. You know, at least if it's a, you know, a movie that's bad, at least you don't have to sit through 4 hours or anything like that. I think this was only an hour, maybe a little bit more. They had that same like crazy intense music throughout the entire movie. It sounded like the same song and what I call like falling down the stairs music, and I definitely feel like they used the same song throughout the entire movie. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for movies you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. He's gonna reverse the aging process. Wasting your time with bees. Wasps are where it's at. He turned the guinea pig into a rat. She wants to be the first human test subject. If it makes her like 8 years old, they're gonna let her run the company. Instead of him like telling her, hey, watch out, bad things are gonna start happening to you, he just puts the cat in the incinerator and then dives in front of a bus. Oh, she's eating his face! Recovered from that coma surprisingly quick.